Hello and welcome to another episode of That Sports Guys podcast. I am Craig Forrestall. I am That Sports Guy. Go ahead and find me on Twitter at that_sports_guy, where you can find all of my latest football takes. Also, NFLDraftDiamonds.com is proud to feature the That Sports Guy podcast on its website. Stop by NFLDraftDiamonds.com, your official draft coverage king. Hello, everybody. Craig Forrestall back with another rendition. Today, I'm coming at you with a player interview with Chris Garrett. Chris is a defensive end prospect from Concordia, St. Paul. But before we get into it, everybody knows the deal. You can go ahead and find me at that_sports_guy on Twitter. And without any further ado, Chris, why don't you go ahead and say hello and let the people know where they can find you on social media.
I'm actually not on social media at all, but you can find me at CSP.
Hey, definitely. But you know what? That's the best thing, too, because that's something I wanted to touch on with you, was that extreme focus. One thing that I saw going through my research, a couple of different clippings that I saw from you, was one thing that was always talked about was that just extreme focus and that extreme desire to succeed. Now, is that part of the reason why you don't have social media? That way you can just keep some of the outside noise away from you?
Yeah, exactly. I just know myself and know that distractions are easy to get to me and to also just anybody. And I just want to stay focused and make sure I keep my goals in mind at all time. And I know being on social media and watching certain things can really distract you from what your goals are. So that's really what I'm doing on social media.
So now, has that just been an always thing, or is that something recently?
That's been an always thing.
Man, God bless you, because I know that I'm addicted to that Twitter, that Facebook, and everything else. So more power to you. But I wanted to get into something starting out. You're originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and not too many people think of football in Milwaukee going hand in hand. Usually you'll get some Milwaukee Bucks talk, especially now with Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak. But I think maybe even going back to the early 2000s, Milwaukee might be best known for Cuckoo Cal and My Projects. So why don't you tell us a little something about Milwaukee that we might not know and why it's home for you?
Yeah, Milwaukee is a great place. You go there, you meet a lot of wonderful people. I guess it's not really known for football and things like that. But I guess it's just home for me and my family, and we just love being there. And obviously I want to go back after school and things like that to help kickstart and make it be known for football and sports and just the people that are there. So
absolutely. And wanting to go back to the area where you're from and paying it forward, essentially, that's something that actually happened when you were at Wisconsin Lutheran High School. There was a moment where one of your coaches saw the potential in you, and that's what really helped you prepare yourself academically and athletically for what was to come at Concordia St. Paul.
Yeah. Coach Adu, he just saw my potential and saw what I could do. And he saw like the leadership abilities that that he could pull out of me. And he just sat me down and he talked to me like, you need to get this together on and off the field. He talked with me. We went to talk to all my professors, what I need to do to succeed in this class. And he talked to me like, Chris, if you want this, you can get it. And from that point forward, I was just like, all right, it's on me. Anything that I want, it's on me. And now I'm here.
Exactly. And would you say that Coach Adu taking an interest in you has influenced you to wanting to go into, like you said, some sort of professional route when the time comes where you can build upon that athletic reputation and help the youth in the Milwaukee area?
Yeah. So what Coach Adu did, I always wanted to play football, but a lot of people want to play football. A lot of people want to move forward in their athletic career. But I didn't know what it took. I didn't know every single day you have to wake up and be on a mission. And that's something that, I want to pay forward and teach inner city Milwaukee kids that they can achieve their goals if they wake up every single day on a mission and just ready to succeed and ready to do what they have to do to get to that point so that they can reach their goals.
Absolutely. And talking about success, that is something that has come your way basically since you set foot on campus at Concordia. Going into this season, you've already set the Division II record for career forced fumbles with 15. Chris, what are you hoping to get out of this season individually, knowing everything that you've already accomplished?
Yeah, so this season, knowing that teams are going to key on me and give me those like chips with the tight end, double, like have the running back swing around and block me also. I'm hoping as a team, I want to make the playoffs and have a run. For myself, I want to establish myself as a run stopper. I want to become better at that because I know I'm used. A lot of people think I'm just one dimensional with the pass rush, and I just want to get better at that and just hone on my skills.
Definitely. And like you said, improving in the run game is something that you want to focus on because you do have that reputation of an elite pass rusher. But one thing I think a lot of teams can really draw back on is some film from 2018 when you were matched up against Trey Pipkins and when he was at Sioux Falls. Now he's with the LA Chargers. Maybe if you could talk not only about Trey Pipkins, but just the level of talent overall in the Northern Sun Conference.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent, especially in the offensive lines in the conference. There's so many, there's All-Americans and guys that deserve to be All-Americans in the lineups, and it's a lot of talent in those guys. And I know when I went against Trey Pipkins, he was a huge guy. He was a physical and this big guy, and I just remember. Honestly, a lot of people say that put me on the map, and it probably did because he couldn't keep up with my speed off the edge. He wasn't good. Like when he got his paws on you, it was hard to get him off. But I think that's what kind of put me on the map really, because off that edge, I just feel like I was unstoppable even against him.
And like you said, that speed and athleticism is something that automatically catches your eye when you're watching film. And you see what you're displaying out there on the field. Would you say that athletic ability is the strongest point of your game? Or do you think that that's just maybe the part that helps enhance, like you said, those pass rush moves in other areas as well?
Right. So right now, I think that maybe that is the best part of my game, simply because I have a lot of moves in store, but a lot of times I just go to a couple of moves because they work the best. But the stuff that I have on film is just showing my athletic ability, but I have a lot more in my basket.
So let's stick there with that basket, though, Chris. If I was going to ask you for your favorite move or your go-to move or how you set up an offensive tackle, take me through that. If it's a 3rd and long situation, you have the green light to just go get the quarterback. What are you trying to do?
So 3rd and long, it depends on what 3rd and long it is. Like say it's like right before the half. I think about the moves that I've already done against that guy early in the half. And say I've been doing speed all day, I might set him up and just do 2 jabs and go inside. And say I haven't gone inside all day, it's going to be there just because my speed's been kicking their butt all day. So now they're going to bite super hard on it. But maybe I just I think a lot of times I like to do the long arm because you get a lot of moves off of it. You really just filling them out. You get the long arm, they give you the outside, you take it. You get the long arm, they give you the inside, you take it. It's just a lot of things you can do.
And going on with the football talk, you mentioned some of the team goals that you have as well with qualifying for the playoffs and going on a nice run. The question that I have is, what is the plan for you guys to resume team activities? Have you already resumed team activities? Where are you guys in terms of getting back on campus and getting back into the swing of things?
So I'm at home right now, but the guys started this week back in the weight room. And it's kind of crazy with all this COVID going on, obviously. I think they're only allowing like 10 guys in the weight room. You got to wear a mask. You got to take your temperature every single day, and so that's just the start for now. And obviously, it's different, but we're doing whatever it takes. If we can get in there, we're going to get in there. So guys are excited about that. So that's where we're at for now. And then during the season, I know the schedule came out. We're going to have a 10-game regular season, and if that's what it takes to just cut out one game, that's fine by me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The fact that you're going to have double-digit games when at one point there was questions as to whether or not this season was going to happen is awesome for you guys, especially with you in your position, with everything that you have on the line going into the senior year. And I wanted to ask you, talking about everything going on into the senior year and how you are a player to watch going into this season. Have you thought about any type of off-season All-Star game invite, whether it's the Senior Bowl or NFLPA or East-West game, and how that could really help your draft stock? Or is that just so far in the future that it hasn't even crossed your mind?
Yeah, obviously it's crossed my mind just because coming from Division II, low level talent and whatever, it's the first thing that scouts and anybody thinks about, like, how good is this guy against higher level talent? Can he match up against some of these better tackles in FCS and things like that? So yeah, I think those bowl games, whatever one I get invited to, will be key and pivotal for me, and as I continue to grow. But I think I already have what I need. I think I can play at any level. But it's good
And I
for
think
other guys to see that.
definitely, I think your film demonstrates that as well. Because one thing that you always want to see, like you said, coming from a smaller school level, is you want to see that player jump off the film and immediately you're able to point at that player and say, okay, this is the dude I'm supposed to be watching. And I think your film shows that. But we've talked enough about football. I want to make a quick little transition, and I want the people to get a chance to know you off the field. So if you'll be a good sport, I'm going to go ahead, put you on the spot with the first question. And Chris, what is the song that you are most embarrassed to admit you like?
The songs I'm most embarrassed. Oh man. Honestly, people don't notice, but I love John Legend. I know I, I listen to John Legend all the time. All his songs.
So now, how did you get interested in John Legend? Was that something that you just had an ear for, and you were just drawn to his music, or was it something that was played, by someone in your family? Just how did you get into John Legend?
Honestly, it was one of his songs was on, I think, my like junior year, senior year of high school when it first came out, All of Me. And then from there, I was just like, dang, this guy.
Yeah, he's got it. No, perfect. That's awesome. You know what? That's a question I like to ask, and I'm getting some really good answers with that. But John Legend, that might be the best one. Now, Chris, what is the dream car?
The dream car?
The dream car.
Honestly, I got this question before, and I don't know. I'm still just, I don't know. I'm still just I'm still fighting to get my license. I don't even have my license yet.
So you're not even worried about the car. You're worried about step one, and that's just being able to get on the road. I hear you, but don't worry. Once you get on the road, I'm going to find you. I'm going to ask you that again. So be thinking about it. If I wanted to get something to eat around campus, where am I going? What's the best restaurant?
The best restaurant.
Near campus.
What's the place called? It's this pizza joint somebody took me to. I'm blanking on the name, so you won't have to pass on this.
Hey, that's all good. Don't worry, man. And then if you won $1 million and you could only donate it to one charity or one cause, what would it be?
I'm donated to, because here in Milwaukee, there's like, with the COVID and stuff, there's been hard trying to get homeless people into like housing and things like that. I'm definitely donated to one of the homeless shelters here to like add and build on.
Mhm. Absolutely. And like you said, given the time that we're in right now, there's been a lot of uncertainty, and there have been a lot of populations that have been affected, but definitely the homeless population is some of the most at risk with this going around. Um, and now, Chris, for the grand finale, what has been the most interesting or most memorable class that you have taken so far in college?
Class, my psychology class, because I was a education major and I took psychology
Mm-hmm.
here and I changed my major to psychology. But
What what was it about psychology that got you intrigued?
just how just the things in your life and how like your brain responds to things, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't think that um your like small things can impact you so much.
Oh, absolutely. The lingering effects of certain events that you go through, like you said, you may not realize initially or even in the subconscious state what that really did or what that really meant to you. And once you're able to start, looking into those sort of things, once you take the class and able to figure that out, that's a beautiful thing. So congratulations to you on being able to find something that really reached you
Yeah,
academically.
thanks.
And that's going to do it for us here. This is Chris Garrett, defensive end, outside linebacker, prospect from Concordia, St. Paul. Make sure you follow the Northern Sun Conference this year, one of the best in all of Division II. Chris is definitely a player to follow. He has already set the career record for Division II career force fumbles, and he's well on his way to setting the program record for sacks. So, Chris, before I get out of here, you have any final words that you want to leave anyone with?
Um, just stay tuned. CSP coming for everybody. So
There you go. Take note. CSP coming for everybody. I'm Craig Forstall, and until next time, everybody stay safe and be easy.
Hey everybody, Craig Forstall. Thanks for tuning in and listening to another episode of That Sports Guys podcast. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at that_sports_guy to catch all the latest updates and podcast episodes. Until next time, stay safe and be easy.